say hello to my new and really shitty haircut. Right now I'm outside because technically I'm not supposed to have my iPod. But my mom lets me have when I'm outside because she thinks I'm listening to music. I'm like, first of all, you don't want me listening to the music that I'm listening to. Secondly, you really think I'm just listening to music and not browsing the web and shit. Ha, yeah, right. So, also there's this guy who is pretty much stalking me. I started to vlog twice, and then I turn around, and he's like right behind me. I let him go in front of me, but I'm kind of terrified that he's going to be like, oh, I know, I'm just going to go back and kind of creep this guy out, because I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm crazy, which, I mean, of course I am, but, you know. So anyways, on to the review that no one watches at all. Actually, I don't think I've gotten any subscribers who watch Once Upon a Time. This is kind of pathetic. Guys, watch it. It's kind of amazing. And, I mean, it's going to take up a lot less time than, I don't know, say, being on Tumblr and completely losing all social life. Which is one of the reasons why I deleted my Tumblr account. Anyways, on to the review. I know I normally rave about these episodes, but I actually didn't really like this one. I mean, I did, but the thing is, Once Upon a Time, the fairy tale world is getting really predictable. Like, every time there are two people who are in love. I mean, it could be familial love, like, the Mad Hatter and his daughter, or true love, like, Red and her boyfriend, or... I think that was just sexy love, which is friends with benefits. There was like all these other people, and it's kind of annoying me. And every time they can't be together, whether it's because Doors can't love or because the person they're in love with dies, which is like every single episode. And yes, it's heartbreaking, but it gets a lot heartbreaking when you know what's going to happen, and especially if it happens every single time. Another thing that's annoying me about this episode is that when they first released the summary. That evil queen had to choose between a loveless life with her mother Cora, or a happy life in poverty. I knew immediately what's gonna happen because the name was called the Stable Boy, and when they just released the name of it, I was like, okay, evil queen's gonna be in love with the Stable Boy, and for some reason, because Snow White, she can't, and it's just kind of like, guys, you really can't come up with anything better. Really, this is kind of getting annoying. Barring that, I feel like the real world plotline is actually getting a lot more interesting. Before it was kind of like, okay, shut up and let me watch all these people be sad in the fairy tale world. But now I actually am really interested in this plotline because, like, they have already admitted that Evil Queen and Rumpelstiltskin know. There's Henry, and then there's a stranger who knows too, so you're kind of like, how did they know? And once again, I'd really like to know how Henry figured it out, because it's not like you just pick up a random book, be like, this is all real, unless it's Harry Potter, because everyone knows that that's actually real. Everyone. And I have to say, the girl who played, Midget Snow White, she was really good. Like, most kid actors are kind of like, oh my god, shut up, you can't act. But this one was really good. Like, I kind of noticed this near the end when, she was like kind of afraid that she'd done the wrong thing because she really liked Evil Queen, but it's like when she had that facial expression, it was focused on Evil Queen. But if you actually look at her, it's like really like you kind of thinking, oh my god, this girl is just like so good. I like how they wrote the Mary Margaret Regina dynamic. We really haven't seen much of Evil Queen hating on Mary Margaret at all in the real world, which is kind of ridiculous because she's tried to kill Snow White like billions of times. So, I like that they finally got into that. Especially that scene, which they actually released early. It was like one of the sneak peek scenes, where Regina reveals that she knows that Mary Margaret did not kill Catherine, and actually was framing her. And my theory is that this is going to be proven because Sidney put the bug in the flower. Like, he put the bug in it, so it was still there when Regina was saying this stuff, which means it was all on tape. Bam! Bitch! But, like, one of my favoriteest lines out of this entire show is, like, I don't deserve this, I didn't kill Catherine, and then Regina's just like, I know you didn't kill Catherine, but you do deserve this. I'm like, oh my god. One of the things that annoyed me, though, she doesn't blame Cora. She doesn't blame the person who caused all this. She doesn't blame the person who killed her boyfriend. She blames the little girl who didn't know any better, which leads me to believe that she's already killed Cora. And if they ever show that in an episode, I'm really hoping that they have Evil Queen say, I blame 2 people for the death of my boyfriend. You are one of them. And I'll be like, Lost reference. Yes. Fuck yeah. Yes. Creepy guy with dogs who thinks I'm crazy and might tranquilize me didn't show up. Okay. That's good. So subscribe. I do random vlogs every Wednesday and episode reviews for Once Upon a Time and Young Justice. Everyone who watches Young Justice, if for some reason you decide to watch this, please watch Once Upon a Time. The fandom needs to be bigger, and I've gotten like about, I think at most 30 views on, I think that's the most I've ever gotten for my Once Upon a Time reviews, because the fandom really needs to be bigger, because it's actually a really good show. So yeah, I'll just end it by having a random shot of a pretty forest. Pretty. Ooh, random house. Completely destroys the view. Modern humanization. Pretty, bam! Everything's ruined. Okay, bye.